Hi, it's Kim and welcome to another process video for 49 and Market. Today I'm using the Spectrum Sherbet collection and I'm scrapbooking these super cute photos of my niece dressed in her unicorn princess outfit that we bought her for her birthday. So the colours in these photos were just perfect with all of the colours in the Spectrum Sherbet collection. So I'm not focusing on the pinks in this collection. I'm actually going to use a range of the colours from the collection, and I'm going to show you a way to use your washi tapes because the washi tapes in this collection are absolutely gorgeous, and so this is another way that you can feature them on your page, and I'm going to use them instead of pattern paper. So I've just got the one pattern paper in the background, and then the rest of the page I will use the washi tapes. So this shaker box here was made with the frames from the Spectrum Sherbet collection, and it's simply two of the frames with acetate, clear acetate on the front and the back, and the shaker elements are actually my die waste from when I cut a die with lots and lots of little circles in it. So I used that cutout die on some of my previous layouts that you may have seen, and so that's just the waste from it. And it made an awesome shaker pocket, which I had made with intending to use it on another layout and hadn't, and it ended up being perfect for this one. So now I'm using the washi tape, and I am going to use strips of the different washi tapes in a row below the photo. So you saw that I made sure that the first one was straight, and that rub-on that I'd cut out is actually going to go at the very top of the washi tape strips between the washi tape and the photos. And the strips of the rub-ons work really well with doing the strips of the washi tape. So once I get the washi tape started, I'm just doing random lengths with torn ends directly across the page. So if you have bought the washi tapes from any of the collections, this is a great way to feature them. You get a large amount of washi tapes in when you purchase them. And so I find this is a great way to not only feature your washi tapes and get the colour of them, but actually use some of them. Because if you're like me, I am a bit of a washi tape hoarder. So what I'm doing here too is I've put that dotty one at the bottom, but then I've laid some over at the top and some across washi tapes in the middle. And that just adds a little bit more interest and texture in those washi tape strips. Now the rub-on's going at the top, and you will see that once I get it straight, I'm just rubbing it on with my thumbnail. So you do get a tool in with your rub-ons, but they go on so easily that they just rub on with your fingernail, and they rub on over the washi tapes perfectly, no problems at all. And then this is the stitched part that's in those large 12 by 12 rub-ons, and I've just added that across some of the washi tape. And then these are the rub-on splotches that are also part of that 12 by 12 rub-on, and I'm just putting those in random places down with the washi tape strips. So at the moment I'm happy with that, but you will see that I will come back and add some more. So my photos are going to go at the top of the page like this, and now I'm going to start looking. Oh, I think I might be putting some more washi tape down now. Sorry. Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble getting them started. Yes, I'm going to add another little strip, and I think that finishes that off better. It was a little bit short before, so putting that extra strip has worked really well. And now I am happy with those washi tape strips. So I'm going to add some of my kitty craft foam that I use for dimension behind my photos. If you've watched any of my videos before, you will see that I use this frequently, but it's adhesive on one side. I just buy it from cheap craft shops. You can use offcuts of chipboard, you can use foam tape, or you can choose not to use any dimension at all if you prefer your layouts to be very flat. So this is a very flat layout. The only dimension is that one layer of foam, and of course the shaker box has some slight dimension in it too. So the foam behind the photos brings the photos up to the same level as that shaker box. Of course, instead of the shaker box, you could include a third photo there, and that this would work really well. I do think you need to have photos the full width of your washi tape strips to get a good effect. So I'm looking, you see that I've put happy there for a title, and that's from the chipboard words. And now I'm going through all of the ephemera and I'm picking out elements. I'm trying to find things that are in the bright colours of the washi tapes, obviously, but don't cover up. When I use them, won't cover up too much of those washi tape strips because I want them to shine and I don't want them covered up. So I ended up changing happy to Sweetest because I preferred that bolder pink. I think it stood out a lot better than the paler pink. And now I've also added a little hot pink heart in the circle elements that are on the far right or on the right hand photo. So now I'm looking at various elements and I found these words phrase strips, which I think are just perfect. They add another dimension to the washi tape strips without adding a lot of bulk and without covering up too much of the washi tape. So they're words like you make me smile, oh my heart, and love you are the ones that I decide on. And I think they were just perfect for this really cute layout. And now I'm going through I've pulled out the laser cut elements and I am getting some leaves. So there's some beautiful pink leaves in the strawberry lemonade laser cut elements. And I'm also getting some butterflies. So I'm going to use a selection of butterflies, floral elements, leaves from these laser cuts to make clusters of embellishments for this layout. And I've got a beautiful floral there that's going on the right hand side. And then I find one more nice bright pink floral which will go on the left hand side to balance that. Again, this is another quite symmetrical layout until I add the embellishments, but they're still weighted fairly evenly so that the layout looks very balanced. And so I'm looking for another little butterfly down there, but I do end up, oh, that's another leaf, sorry, and then I pop a little orange butterfly down there. Now I'm sticking everything down. I do put foam tape, so this is just strips of double-sided foam tape behind my words, and then the rest of the elements I am sticking down with wet glue. I like to use art glitter glue. It dries clear and non-tacky, and I really like it. I find it's a nice strong hold, and it's my glue of choice at this time. So, yep, sticking those word strips down. Again, the foam tape's the same depth as that kitty foam I used, so the whole layout only ends up one layer of foam deep. So it is not a bulky layout at all if you like flat layouts. And just sticking those elements down around the photos and using wet glue to adhere the photos. With the shaker box, just put a row of wet glue around the outside so that it sticks well but doesn't have glue behind the clear acetate back. I do like to use clear acetate backs on my shaker boxes so that you can see through them to the background paper. I'll only use a solid back if my background paper is very, very busy and it doesn't look good behind the shaker. So now I've stuck all of the elements down, my butterflies and everything. I decided that I wanted to add something at the top. So I pulled out one of my very old decorative punches and I jammed it in and got it straight because it was a little bit hard because the shaker pocket obviously has quite a bit of dimension. But I got the punched bit there and I really like that little bit of extra detail. Now I used half of one of the cards from the ephemera pack because it was a really nice distressed pink colour rather than cutting into a fresh sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And I backed that decorative punch strip. And now I'm going to add another word strip, which is Sweet as Candy, which was so appropriate, and putting that on with foam tape. And I'm going to add a butterfly and a chipboard heart. And then that's the end of the film. When you go to the detailed photos, which are coming up, you'll see I added some white splatters, which I think worked really well to pull all the different washi tapes together. And I also popped on a couple of the wishing bubbles to this layout as well. So I added a Love You More bobble and a little happy bobble on it, which you will see in the close-up photos. And I didn't find them until I went back to them when I cleaned up and I was putting away, and I went, oh, I should add a couple of those. So you can see that there's one underneath the right-hand photo and one on the bottom of the left-hand photo. And you can see the white splatters here. And I do think that it works very well to tie all those elements together at the bottom of the layout. So thank you very much for joining me. If you like this video, please press like and subscribe to the 49 and Market YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you search for my name, Kim Arnold, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel too. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.